Hi, hello, good morning and welcome to day 2 of the Petalmorphosis week here on my channel. I started doing a week off. I decided to call it a week off regardless of, that it's the middle of the week and whatever. So just in case this is the first video you are stumbling upon, I'm doing a week of Mothership 12 Petalmorphosis looks here on my channel. I've already done a very extensive demo and comparison swatch video, which I can link up here for you. I've also created a playlist where I'm going to host all the videos that I have in this week of looks, and I'm just going to keep going for a couple of more days until not until I run out of inspiration, but until I have the idea that I've shown you the versatility of this palette and I've gathered a pretty solid opinion on it. Now I'm going to keep these videos short and sweet because I filmed them before work. Today specifically we're going to keep it very short and sweet. I'm going to jump right into it because I'm going to have a very long day at work. Alright, so today I'm going to do a somewhat like burgundy neutral slash kind of look. I'm going to finally dip into this purple shade to use a bit more on my lids. I want to put the burgundy in like the outer portion of my lids, and then I'm going to go with this beautiful neutral bronzy shade all over my lids. I don't know that I'm going to be able to resist the urge to pop a little bit of Astral Iridescent Iris, like a little bit as a topper shade. Probably not. Hopefully you don't mind. But let's just get into the look. I'm going to grab, as usual, a fluffy blending brush and I'm going to go into the shade, I think this is Twilight Lilac. Yes, the matte lilac shade, because I'm curious how that actually translates on my lids. I almost have the feeling that on my lids this looks really a bit warmer toned than I want it to. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. So tell me, what kind of a psychopath thinks of having a meeting from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. in the evening? I'm in this like really big consortium at work, and we have these like several monthly like update meetings with the whole consortium. So we have like a variety of, they're called work packages, and we all gather and we all update each other on what we are doing. And it's a European consortium, so everyone is in Europe. Like, you would think that they place a meeting like this in a really weird time of the day if you have like collaborators who are, in a really different time zone. But we're all in the same freaking time zone. Why is this meeting at 4 p.m. and going to last until 8 p.m? And I can tell you, these sort of meetings, they always run out. They always run longer than you expect because people go on and on and on. And I can tell you, I'm going to be sitting at this meeting until 9 p.m. today. I'm going to be freaking destroyed in the end of the day. But I like this shade. I really like it. It's so pretty. This is a nice shade. Wow, I like this a lot more than I expected to, if I'm being honest with you. I thought this would translate like really maroony and I will hate it, but I actually really like it. It's a beautiful, not too cool toned and not too warm toned lilac-y shade. And the blend on these eyeshadows is just incredible. Someone mentioned in my previous video that the reason that the rosy shade here has sparkles is to improve blendability, but you guys, this is an entirely matte eyeshadow and it blended just like the one yesterday. And I really feel like when you put glitter of this size in a matte eyeshadow, that's deliberate. That's not for just, improving blendability. That's deliberate. I'm going to grab a somewhat smaller brush now, such as this one, and I'm going to go into the shade Cosmic Fantasies, the burgundy one. I actually almost don't want to put this shade because I really like the lilac, but I'm going to put a little bit of this in like the outer portion of my lids just to see how these two play together. And they actually look very nice together. Oh, that caused a little bit of fallout. Not to worry. I'm just going to flick that away and clean it up later. That's okay. We can do a bit of fallout. That's no problem. Oh, that's really pretty. And the two actually look quite nice together. I quite like this burgundy shade. I've busted out my Interstellar Icon quad here to compare to the burgundy shade that's present in there, which is also shade that is re-promoted from the Decadence palette. In my opinion, they're not super similar to each other in like, it really depends on how you look at it. In the broad sense of the word, they're both burgundy shades, but I think there are subtleties and nuances that are different, and I am very nerdy and I like to hyper focus on details. So to me, they're probably not going to be all that similar, but I wanted to do the comparison just in case some of you were wondering how similar they are. Also, this is looking really pretty. I really like this. I am actually immediately going to grab this tiny blending brush and going back into Twilight Lilac to put here on my lower lashes, because I'm not going to do any sort of other colorful elements to this look. I'm just going to play around with those purpley neutral shades today. Now, I don't actually think that neutral shade really needs it, but I am going to pop a little bit of glitter glue on the inner portion of my lid to apply the bronzy shade over top of that. The one that, as we established, is actually a dupe for Twilight Bronze from Veristic Vixen. In a shocking turn of events, I still can't get over the fact that the two shadows are essentially dupes of each other. Oh yeah, and we were talking about mattes with glitter. Yes, so I can understand when you have a little bit of like a shimmer running through a matte to increase the blendability. You can definitely feel that in a lot of those types of like matte eyeshadows. By the way, now I'm going to grab a flat shader brush and go into this bronzy shade. But I really think that the one here is not... The glitter here is not meant to increase blendability. The glitter here feels quite deliberate. And you know what, I'm actually going to use my fingers because I feel like this shadow will perform slightly better when I use my fingers. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm too surprised what this eyeshadow looks like on the lids, because I love Twilight Bronze. It's one of my favorite, like, more neutral browns from Pat. But I think it looks very, very pretty. Now, I do think this is turning really, really smoky at the moment, so I am absolutely going to pop a little bit of that Astral Iris shade, just to also bring a little bit of like lightness and life into the look. Not that this look is not beautiful as it is, but I would prefer to sport something that is a little bit less smoky. So I am going to take the Astral Lilac Iris shade. I keep calling it Orchid. In like half the time in my videos I keep calling it Orchid. I'm sorry. And I'm going to pop that right here in the center of the lid and a bit more towards like the neutral shade, just to bring a little bit of light and dimension to this look. And as a final little touch to this look, I'm going to take the shade Divine Dawn, which is this skin showy type shade, as an inner corner highlight. Like I said, short and sweet. Let's do a quick little sparkle moment, so that everyone starts their day or ends their day, or whatever time of the day it is for you, gets a little pick-me-up, you know. So here it is, day number 2 from the week of Petalmorphosis, and look number 3 in the grand scheme of things. I think look number 3 looks very different from the other 2 looks that I created, so far I find the palette surprisingly quite versatile. In case anyone was wondering, on my lips I have my beloved blush from Lisa Eldridge. This one of her velvet lipsticks. Absolutely love this color. I'm now going to put the lipstick right here so that I don't forget to take it with me to work, and then let's bust out, like I said, Interstellar Icon. The shade that I'm referring to is this one here. This shade has a satin finish to it, but I guess the tone of that compared to Cosmic Fantasies is of course quite similar. So we can do a little comparison of the two. I think Cosmic Fantasies is a sparkly shade, so there are going to be some differences, but obviously, like I said, if you think of the two shades as, you know, in the general sense of burgundies, then they're not going to be too different from each other. So here we have Cosmic Fantasies, and here we have whatever this shade is called, Blue Blood. This is the shade Blue Blood from Decadence / Interstellar Icon. I think you can see, because of the sparkle, there's a bit more of like a purple hue existing here on the shade from Petalmorphosis, whereas this is more of like a true burgundy. I'm going to go and get started on my really long work day as usual. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!